Hi guys, hi again. Of course I just uploaded another video and slash made another video for my little book haul. So this is of course Kaylee's book talk. So today this video is going to be about some books that I have currently read that were arcs, which are technically like novelias, if I'm pronouncing that right. So they are basically like Valentine and Easter related, but in the same universe. If you sit here and read them, you'll see the connections between the books and everything and all that. There are 3 in the series. Of course, there's a Christmas one that she wrote. Of course, a Valentine's Day one, and also a Easter one. They are of course all out already. They are out on Amazon. I believe they are part of KU. I'm not quite sure because of course I'm an arc reader for her, so she of course sends them out through like Book Funnel or whatever. This author that I read her arcs for is Teshelle Combs. She is an awesome writer. If you guys already know who she is, let me know in the comments. Tell me how you love her, how you like her, and what books you've read, and what books that you want me to read from her. I'll let you know if I've already read it. But so let's go ahead and get started with the video. Okay, so of course the first book of this little novelia series, it is Frosted, I want to say. It's of course based around like Jack Frost and everything. He of course comes across like a little mermaid frozen in the, not frozen, but like cold, that found on his doorstep. Hold on. Frosted, A Christmas Story. I don't know if that is up on Amazon or not. I'm not quite sure, but I know this book falls into the series with the other 2 books that are out on Amazon. But I will bring up the photo. Hold on. I'm sorry, I'm just out of it today, apparently. So I had this for a while, and I don't know why I'm having a hard time bringing it up. But this is what the cover should look like, and that's the title, by Teshelle Combs. Of course, it's based on, of course, Jack Frost, obviously. Of course, he's just the cocky person that, you know, if some of you guys love, like, not smut, but kind of like a little cocky, like, cocky kind of funny. He's a funny, cocky guy that's just like, I'm tired of this. I don't need her here. Just help her out. Let me do my job for a bit, and then I'll let her send her on her way. But no, he ends up letting her stay. Ends up starting kind of liking her a little bit, but there's that. Then there's Valentine's, called a Valentine's arc, which of course falls into the same category, which I believe is called Suckered. Okay, as I was thinking about it. Okay, so this is Suckered. It's of course a Valentine's Day story. So if you're just wanting to put this on your like little TBR for next year, or you just want to read it to just at least catch up to see if there's anything that might come up in another book that she might come out. I'm not quite sure if she's going to make any more between now and next Christmas with this series, but I'm not quite sure. But this is, of course, about a vampire. If you notice right there on the heart, there is 2 fangs. He's just basically doing time. He's a vampire prince, vampire prince. He is doing some time, and of course the human around humans, he's not liking it. I'm just like, he's just trying to find the little bit of like a loophole of trying to get out of this punishment, because I think his father is trying to get him to find love and everything, so of course he sent him to work for like a little human company, but there's this like little reporter that I don't know what she was, but what she was, you'll find out later in the book if you end up deciding to read it. I'm sorry if I'm like going back and forth. Like, I'm doing this off my phone and my arm's getting tired a little bit. But like this woman comes in, kind of not reviews, but sorry, my brain just does not want to work. I don't know, but you'll probably find that out in the book. This woman, of course, comes to where he works. She is, like, of course, something like him, but not a vampire. But he's starting to, of course, feel for her and everything, and he's not liking it. I believe he ends up calling Jack, which you'll find out in Frosted. He's not one to both the vampire and Sucked is named Alexei. Both Alexei and Jack are, of course, just very, I don't like you, go away, just like egotistic, but funny in a way. Like, in a good but bad, a bad way, but a bad but in a good way, if you kind of understand that. But both of their personalities are very funny. They're just like, what the fuck? Jack, like, he ends up calling Jack, like, hey, what do I do? Jack's just like, whatever you do, do not feed it. He'll probably be laughing your ass off. Sorry for that language, but you will be laughing your butt off the whole entire time reading both. It's probably been a few months since, it's been a few months since I read Frosted, but Sucked I had recently just read like last month, and like their conversation is pretty funny. And of course in this book, there will be a little bit of a connection to the third one that is of course an Easter story. You'll kind of find that connect, depending on which order you put it, you'll find a little bit of a connection. If you just read it in order, like Frosted first, Sucked, and the third one is named Cracked. So you'll find out in the third book about this, but there are a lot of bagels. Not a lot of bagels, but in the first chapter is named Bagels. Just take note that it literally is in that first paragraph. I'm not going to say anything else other than that. Just take note of that first chapter. And then when you get to the third book, just keep reading. It's somewhere in there. I just don't know when, but it is somewhere in that book. Just forewarning you, it's somewhere in that book. You're going to be sitting here laughing your ass off of how linked all three of these books are. But of course, he ends up starting falling in love with this woman, and he's just like very confused. Like, I don't know if I should just continue falling for her or just say fuck it and just off with you. But this story was very funny and everything, and so far I kind of I read that one last, I think. Yeah, I read that one last, and I'm just, when I read like the first sentence, I was just like, holy crap, this is connected to the Cracked story. When I first read the first paragraph, I'm just like, shit. But it literally had me rolling the whole entire time I was reading that book. So the next book in this little series, you want to say, I'll say in the top on what it is. Yeah, I will say at the top of the book cover, thank you, The Holiday Haters. Of course, they aren't really big fans of it, but yeah, it's called the, sorry, I took my phone, I don't know why, but yeah, it's basically the Holiday Hater series. They're, all three of these are connected. You'll find that out. And then the third book that she wrote, is of course based about Easter, obviously. This is of course based on a goddess that is of course doing some dirty work in the human realm for, I believe, Odin. You'll probably just get a little bit more understanding when you read the book. But I believe her name, this time it's a female. She just has me questioning myself sometimes. But of course, that book is named Cracked. I believe an Easter story. It's like literally right next to, yeah, right here. I know I finished this book. I finished it on my phone. Yeah. It's called Cracked, an Easter Story. And let me bring up the cover real quick. And this is what it looks like, the cover. I know it's a little bit more colorful when you look it up, but it's cracked and has like woman's heels and everything dripping with blood or frosting, whatever that is. But she of course is doing some dirty work for a god. I don't know which one. I believe it is Odin or Zeus. I don't know which one. Could be Odin. Not quite sure, but I know one of the high up gods that, or king of gods or whatever. But I'm not trying to mock either one of them, I promise. But I think it's like one of them, and I keep on meaning to look up her name. But this character, the main character, her name, yeah, she's doing dirty work for Odin. Her name is, crap, okay, I'm sorry, my brain is very not okay. Sorry, Oh, yeah, her name is Stella. She is basically like a goddess and everything. She's doing some dirty work, ground dirty work, like trying to make, not make, but get like properties, take and condemn like some properties, make some portals for Odin to use. Let's just say she came across a little place that she was supposed to do for, a property that she was supposed to get for Odin to make one of his portals. But come to find out, the owner of that shop is just very, reminds her a little bit about a previous relationship, love that she had. She's keep on sitting here saying like, well, just okay, I need to get this. I can't sit here and get distracted. I need to do this. Halfway through, she ends up sitting here saying, fuck it, I'm just gonna rogue against him and not do it. Of course, Odin ended up giving her a deadline, Easter, like, your deadline's Easter. Of course, she doesn't do it. Of course, he is not happy. And she is just, of course, head over heels for the owner of the shop and everything. He is, of course, a pastry. I'm just going to say pastry. Pastry chef or whatever. Pastry owner. Like donuts, cupcakes, bagels. Hint, hint. But, yeah. Both sucked and cracked are connected. I'm just going to put that out there. Like I said, take note, and literally that first page of that first chapter, take note of that. And then later on, you'll find out that the owner of that, like, I'm just going to say bagel shop because there's bagels, sends bagels to where Alexei is located at. So I'm just putting that out there. I'm not going to say any more. I'm not going to say, of course, it kind of gives it away in the first book if you read Cracked first. But if you read Sucked first, take note of that first chapter. And then just after that, just continue reading on, and then you'll make the connection. In the book, but yeah, those are the 3 books that I have read, that are not like little novellas, that are of course connected by Teshelle Combs. She is a great author. I'll probably be making a couple of review videos for her, for these books, some more books, but for the 3 that I just talked about, I give them 5 out of 5 stars, or 10 out of 10 stars. Those books, all 3 of those books had me rolling. I was like literally laughing. Of course, I'm part of her like little group chat and everything. As I'm like reading Sucked and Cracked, I'm just like, what the fuck? I was like literally laughing, and I literally have to see her and stop and message into the group like, what? I'm sorry, but yeah, I was just like, what the what? With both those books. I wasn't like this with Frosted. Frosted kind of had me rolling too, but not as much as Sucked and Cracked was. So it was just, if you're just trying to, of course, find a good laugh and like slash somewhat of a love story, try to just like, of course, catch up on reading. Like, of course, if you're doing the 2024 challenge with Goodreads, if you're just trying to catch up from being behind, I do recommend I recommend reading those books if you're wanting to, and if you're wanting to, of course, reading something new. Even though those 3 books are just like holiday things, but if you're wanting to, of course, read something holiday roughly, or if you want to, of course, save them for next year, you can. But those are the books, of course: Frosted, A Christmas Story, Sucked, A Valentine's Story, and Cracked, an Easter Story, is both of those books. I'll put them in the description below, so you guys know. Frosted, I'm not quite sure if it is on Amazon. I'm not quite sure, but I know Sucked and Cracked are. So those 2 you will probably be able to read. I'll probably reach out to Teshelle Combs to see if Frosted is going to be possibly added to Amazon or whatever. But yeah, that is what that is. It is almost time for me to go pick up my daughter, so I will stop here. I hope you guys have a good day. I will leave those 3 books in the description, and if you guys have any questions or any recommendations for other books, you can leave it in the description below, or you can send me an email, so you're not just kind of putting it out there and everything. But I'll do that. So I hope you guys have a good day. I'll see you guys later. Bye.